Hello, and welcome back to the Pizza Vendors Academy playthrough of Quest for Glory 1. When last we left our noble hero, he was about to undertake some risky business and had done some preliminary training, such as it were, to get that. And I promised that I would do a little bit more training and would rejoin you when my stealth was over 50. Well, it's 51 now. I also did a little bit of fighting training, went out and knocked some goblin heads. So hopefully that'll be enough, and we can more or less put the grinding in the past for this playthrough. Now, what I'm going to do is, if you all remember, when we first went to Arana's Peace, way back whenever that was, the centaur stopped breaking as we approach. How nice. The screen southeast of Arana's Peace, so south then east, we encountered a monster outside of a cave, and I left that pretty dang quick because we were not ready to fight it. I believe we have now reached the point in the game where we can see what's there. So what I'm going to go do is go and try to fight that monster by throwing daggers at it. And this is actually kind of tricky, so I took the liberty of running a test drive to make sure I could do it, because I didn't want to go up there and die in an undignified way. Ah, goblin, oh no. Fortunately, we are faster than goblins. And that is why. So we stop, we throw a dagger. We throw another dagger. And we can probably throw 3 daggers before it catches us. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle. And then we very quickly say run. And you can see my stats are not full because I was out beating up the aforementioned goblins, so I really don't want to get caught. But I'm going to go to the edge of the screen here, and notice it teleports us back to the right hand side of the screen, meaning I get another about 3 throws. If we remember, we had 15 daggers to start with. I have now thrown 3 the first time, 3 the second time, 6 total. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. That's 9. That's 12. Which means I've only got 2 more to throw. Since, as we know, if you throw away the last dagger, you die. Fortunately, 14 daggers is exactly the right number to kill this guy. So we're gonna search the body. You retrieve your daggers. A search of the dead ogre's body produces no treasure. You're kidding me! I killed that thing for nothing? However, the treasure chest he was carrying lies beside his body. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Let's open that sucker. The lock on the ogre's chest clicks open. The dead ogre's chest contains 1 gold and 43 silver, which you take and put away. And I'm going to pause and go to my inventory here to notice that I got all my daggers back. This only works that way if you don't leave the screen while you're throwing the daggers. Otherwise, you lose whichever ones you've thrown, and the damage stays, the ogre is weakened, but you don't get the daggers back. So it's really critical not to leave the screen during this sequence if you're going to do this solution. So now that we have bested the ogre and looted him, we're going to go in here. As your eyes adjust from sunlight to darkness, you examine the interior of this eerie cavern. You sense something moving off to your right.
Wonder what it could be. Maybe that big bear-like thing.
The cavern contains some impressive formations and is rather beautiful as caves go. Thanks, but what I really wanted to know is what the heck is this thing? It won't let me. Look at the bear. On one side of this cavern is a creature which looks like a large bear. That's informative. I knew it looked like a large bear. I could see that it looks like a large bear. Okay, I will go nearer to it. A very large bear, thank you for clarifying, rears up as you approach. It looks hungry and dangerous. Maybe if I feed it, it won't be so dangerous. Its hunger diminished, the bear takes a new attitude toward you. How about that? One thing I do like about Quest for Glory is sometimes it gives you really clear hints. This section of cave has an eerie quality.
Wasn't the last cave eerie too?
Let's look around. This part of the cavern is spacious and multi-leveled. Phosphorescent fungus illuminates the cavern with an unearthly glow. On a rocky platform above the cave floor is a kobold, one of a race of ugly, miserly creatures known for their skill in magic. Let's take a closer look at this kobold. The strange creature is dressed in ragged clothes. It has large, pale eyes. It must have spent its entire life in these caves. A large brass key hangs from a thong around the creature's neck. Huh. Oh, and what's that on that? I don't know. Table. Maybe we could try table. Some sort of food, mushroom, sits in a pile on the stone table. It looks almost edible to a kobold. Okay, well, I want to get this key, and as I'm a thief, I think the best solution to that is to sneak up and take it. Very carefully, you remove the key from around the kobold's neck. And since I'm down here anyway, I might as well steal the mushrooms. You pick up the kobold mushrooms and put them in your pack. And now we will just sneak out and hope the kobold doesn't notice us. Sneak, sneak, sneak. This is why you need good stealth for this bit. Okay, now, I'm betting this key will help us do this. Something's happening. The kobold's key disappears as you turn it in the lock. Ooh, that might not have been a good idea. What's this? What's happening?
You have the honor of meeting Baronet Barnard von Spielberg. We are pleased that you broke our enchantment. Perhaps our father, the Baron, will reward you should you ever visit our castle.
The arrogance of the Baronet astonishes you. Perchance the kobold magic user had a reason for changing him into a bear. I should say so. Man, what a jerk.
Maybe unlocking the chain really was a bad idea.
Maybe it was. Okay, I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna take a moment to look at my inventory. So as you can see, nothing really interesting except for the mushrooms. I could sample the mushrooms. Should I do that now? Would that be funny?
Aren't these ones?
Let's find out about the mushrooms. You eat some of the kobold's fungus. Within seconds, your insides feel like they're on fire. Guess you're not a kobold, huh? You think you better take it easy for a while until you recover. Okay, I guess I better drop the mushrooms. Basically, I just did that because it's kind of funny. For me. Same reason to eat the mushrooms in the fairy ring, except those are a little bit nastier. Also, I don't want to be carrying around too much dead weight, so as long as I'm doing this anyway, why don't I drop my lockpick? Now I have the toolkit, which does all the stuff the lockpick does, and I don't have to carry around a stupid lockpick all the time. And the other thing I wanted to check is my intelligence has gone up, my experience points are right up there, and when I did a test run on this, what I found is that makes it a little dangerous going back to town. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save before I do that. And we will save. This is a good save. And we will head on back down to see if we can get to the castle. The Baronet said we'd be rewarded. We also had that poster promising us we'd be rewarded, so we're bloody expecting a reward. Ah, it's a goblin.
After freeing the Baronet, you'd better get one.
I don't know, someone would have to pay you for returning him.
Maybe the Baron's an idiot. So here we are just south of the castle, and I want to see what time it is actually. Sunset's approaching, so it's probably a pretty good time to head up to the castle. However, the sequence is a little long, so I'm thinking maybe I should end this video here and start off the next video by heading up to the castle and doing all of that. We'll start the journey, I guess. Come in, you have been expected. Baron von Spielberg awaits you in the castle. So for once I don't have to talk to him twice to get in, that's kinda nice.
And now if you go up to the next screen, it will start the sequence.
So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here for this video, and come back next time. We will introduce you to the Baron, who is a charming, charming gentleman, possibly even nicer than his kid. Possibly. Until then, au revoir.